So is it visible to all? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait a second. So where we are in the question bank, I have forwarded the question bank to you also. Go through it. Will be very useful for your examination point of view, both in CIA as well as semester and examinations. This is quite useful, in fact. Okay. So let us see the next question. So where we are.
Sixth one, sir. We have to start the sixth one.
The sixth one, right?
Yes, sir.
You should know the relation between. So you consider two places. Assume there is some distance which is expressed in terms of some kilometers. So that is what they are asking. Assume a suitable value for a distance between two cities in kilometers, and you are asked to write a program to convert that kilometers in what meters, feet, inches, and centimeters. So tell me, how will you do this? What is the relation between meters and kilometers? This is very simple, in fact. Let me open. What is the relation between meters and kilometers? How many meters equals to 1 kilometer? Tell me.
1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, sir.
Okay. So let me share my window, new window. So what is it? 1 kilometer equals to, so what is it? 1,000 meters, correct? How many centimeters equals to 1 meter? The question is also asked like this. So write a program to convert kilometers in centimeters also. So how many meters equal to 1 cent? How many meters? How many centimeters equal to 1 meter? How many centimeters equals to 1 meter?
100.
100 centimeters equals to 1 meter. Correct. After converting this one, also you are asked to express that kilometers in feet as well as in inches. Now tell me, how many feet equals to 1 centimeter? 1 centimeter equals to how many feet? Yes, this is general awareness. You should know. These are very fundamentals. What is it? How many feet equals to 1 centimeter?
Sir, 0 feet, sir.
0 feet? My God. No. Or how many feet equal to 1 centimeter? I need some relation between feet and centimeters. 1 feet equals to how many centimeters? 1 feet equals to how many centimeters? So while measuring your height also, you will notice
Sir,
163.
30 centimeters, sir.
Yes,
30 centimeters. 1 feet.
1 feet equals to, are you sure? Okay, 1 feet equals to, what is it, 30 centimeters. Okay, and now, is there any relation between inches and feet, or inches and centimeters? Yes.
Sir, 1
know-
feet is 12 inches, sir.
Correct. 1 feet equals to So what is it? 12 inches. Right? Now we have all these relations. So how to solve the problem now? How to solve it? So let me comment all these things. So this will be a hint for you. But in the examination, nobody will provide this hint. So with your common sense and general awareness, you need to come up this relation and you need to solve this program. So let us take the distance between two cities through an input. Through an input, take the distance. So let the distance be capital X. So distance will be in string or integer. It is always in integer. So input, enter. You may ask the user to enter the distance. Enter the distance between which two cities. You may ask Hyderabad and Bangalore. Distance between Hyderabad and Bangalore. Right? So you got X, which is in kilometers. You also need to specify in km. In kilometers, the user will give the distance between the two cities. Okay, so that is X. Now, so what is it? Let us say you want to express this kilometer distance in meters. So what we need to say? Yes, tell me how. What is the next line of code? You need to come up with this. This is your question bank. I just will pop up the hint. I will throw the hint how to solve it. Right? What will be the next one? This is a variable X, which is in kilometers. X is a variable expressed in kilometers. Okay. Now, what will be the next one? Tell me, what will be the next step? Yes. Don't sit idle. There are 42 people in the meeting. So what will be the next one? X is a variable in kilometers. You need to express X in meters. That's all. What is it? What will be the next step from here? So X currently it is in kilometers. Tell me. Let us take another variable called Y. What is it now? So 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meters. So what about 2 kilometers? Yes.
X star 1000.
No need to give the answer. Give some expression enough. 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meters. What about 2 kilometers? 2 kilometers equals to how much? How will you compute? How will you measure 2 kilometers? In meters. 2 kilometers in meters. Yes. Can I say like this? 2 into 1000?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why you people are sitting quite calm? So I already have X. I want to express this in meters. So X into, so what is it? 1000. That will be Y. Okay. And now I want another variable called, say this one as A, another variable B. I want to express B in, B represents the distance in centimeters. B express distance in centimeters, right? So what we do now? A is in meters. Okay, 1 meter equals to 100 centimeters. 1 meter equals to 100 centimeters. Then what about 2 meters? What is this conversion? 2 meters equals to what? Yes, A into 100. Can I write like this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now what is, I will write in a quote. A, what is it? So now distance in what is it? Meters. So here distance in, so here you will write distance in centimeters. Is it correct now? Take another variable C. So this time what is it? I want to express this distance in feet. Okay. Already the distance is B. Okay. This distance is B. How to express this in feet now? So 1 feet equals to 30 centimeters. Okay. Vice versa. What is 1 centimeter? 1 centimeter equals to how much? Can I say 1 by 30? Yes or no? 1 centimeter equals to 1 by 30. 1 by 30 feet. Is it right or wrong? Just tell me. Can I say 1 centimeter equals to 1 by 30 feet? Confirm me, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we need to do? See, B is already in centimeters. That centimeter value to be expressed in feet. So take this B into, put a bracket. So what is it? 1 by 30. Now what will happen? You can express the distance in feet. Is it correct or not? Correct or not? Yes. Similarly, here 1 feet equal to 12 inches. Right? Then what is 1 inch? How can I write 1 inch equals to what? Can I write 1 inch equals to 1 by 12 feet? Yes or no? Yes, give me some follow-up.
Sir.
Okay. So consider another variable D. So what is D now? C is already in feet. C is already in feet. We want to express that feet in inches. So here we have 1 inch equal to 1/12 of a feet. So what is it now? So D equals to what? Can I say like this? C into 1 by 12. Yes or no? Is it correct now? So now the distance in what? Inches. Yes, these notations are correct or not? So you need to confirm. You need to confirm this, whether these expressions are appropriate or not. Yes. You cross check everything. Once it is done, we can go for printing. Right? So after that, you can print. So what you need to print? The distance in we can use it. The distance in meters. So what is it? The distance in meters. So what is the value? A. Similarly, you can print the centimeters, feet, and inches. The distance in centimeters. So what is the variable? B. Next one, distance in feet. What is the value? The variable will be C. Similarly, the distance in inches, the value of the variable will be D. So is it right or not? So let me save this. See, I'm sure I'm not going to discuss all the programs in question bank. It is just a kind of support from me. So you need to practice. Okay. So this is question bank discussion on first module. Rather, you can ask me if you have any doubt. Let me share my ideally. I'm running this program. Tell the distance between Hyderabad and Bangalore. So let us say some 650. By default, this is in kilometers. So these are the outputs you are getting. Distance in meters, centimeters, and of course distance in feet and inches. Now here I have a question for you. See, after a decimal, I am getting so many numbers. I want to restrict this to 2 digits or 3 digits, like ceiling or rounding. So how to do that? So this you can take it as an assignment. After decimal, how to round off this to 2 digits or 3 digits only. You got? Are you able to see the output, right? Any doubt in this? Now let us move to the next problem, seventh one. So what is it? Assume a suitable value for temperature of a city in Fahrenheit. So this is again a conversion problem. Again a conversion problem here. You are considering a temperature in Fahrenheit. So you are asked to convert the temperature into centimeters and print both the temperatures. You just tell me what is the relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit temperature relation. 1 centigrade equals to, I am not clear.
Is equals to
1 centigrade equals to how
1
many?
centigrade Fahrenheit minus 32 into 49.
What is the relation? 1 centigrade equals to Fahrenheit minus 32, right? Is it right? This is what you are telling. Yes. Tell me one. Yes. F minus 32 into 5 by 9. Just a mathematical operation we are performing here. So take the value in F and give this expression mathematically and simplify this value to get the temperature in centigrade. I hope it is not required to proceed, right? So you should know how to divide and how to use the multiplication operator. Okay. See the eighth one. Explain with example membership and identity operators in Python. You know this. You need to describe with example. In, is not, right? Okay. Explain various data types available in Python. What are various data types in Python? What are various data types in Python? Can anybody answer this? What are various data types? Yes. Tell me. What are various data types in Python? Otherwise, I will point a student. You should answer. Okay, let me point the student. If the student is not able to answer, we'll mark absent. For E7, are you there? For E7. So that's all. You people are not responding. For E7.
Sir.
Are you there in the meeting or not?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the various data types in Python?
None data type, sequence data type, sets, mapping, integer, numbers data types.
Numbers data type. Is it there? Numbers data type.
Integers, floating points, sir.
Okay, integer, floating point, and then
Boolean,
correct. Boolean.
none,
Okay.
sequence,
Sequence.
sets,
Okay.
mapping, sir.
Right. Now see this another physics problem. You are asked to express in. You are asked to write a program for this. So what is it? Momentum. See the 10th question. Momentum is expressed as E equals to mc square, where m is the mass of the object and c is the velocity. C is its velocity. Write a program that accepts an object's mass in kilograms and velocity in meters per second and display its momentum. So you need to solve this. Can you write this program? You need to take two inputs, that is m and c. You need to compute its momentum. I don't know whether the formula is correct or not, but they have given some expression related to some momentum and velocity as well as the mass. You need to take the input from the user, ask the user to input mass and velocity, use the formula to compute its momentum. Do you want me to solve this, write the program, or can you write the program? Yes, anybody? I hope it is not required. So you can take the two inputs from the user, M and C. Then you write the expression for E equals to mc square. So you can import math because you are performing some exponential operation. So you can import math also, or without math also you can do it. So that is, it is just a c square, right? If you use power, then you can write power of c comma 2. into mass of the object, that is m. Okay, so let us move to the next problem, next question. Write a program that calculates number of seconds in a day. Number of seconds in a day. So what is this a tricky question now? So you are asked to express hours in a day in terms of seconds. You are asked to express hours in a day in terms of seconds, right? So can you tell me the relation between hours, minutes, and seconds? So if you know this relation, you can answer this. So things will be very simple, in fact. I'm not going to give the complete program, but rather I can give you the hint. A given day, right? So day consists of how many hours? How many hours are there in a day?
24 hours.
Correct, 24 hours, right? 1 hour equals to how many minutes?
60.
Okay. And 1 minute equals to what? Seconds.
60.
So 1 second it is 60 seconds, right? The final value which you are going to compute should be expressed in terms of seconds. So tell me, what is the mathematical expression for this? So 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So 24 hours equals to what? 24 hours equals to, so can I write like this, 24 into 60? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. I will
Yes,
keep
sir.
this, I will assign this to a variable. Now this A consists of hours in minutes. And then I will express this minutes in terms of seconds. So what is it? 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. And A number of minutes equals to what? So you can write like this, A into 60. Then I will keep this in another variable called B. So will it be fine? Yes, sir. You need to write a clear program that will display the final value. Final value is going to be B. You want to print the value B, so which is expressed in terms of seconds. So you should know the relation between hours and minutes, similarly minutes and seconds. Then you can do this. Okay, so shall I move to the next question? Assign everything into a variable. Assign each conversion to a variable. Use that variable to convert into another form. What is the next question? See the 12th one. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the write a program that prompts the user to enter the first name and then last name, then display the following message: hello first name, second name, welcome to the Python. So this is a very simple program. Can anybody tell me how to do this? So you need to get the first name and the second name separately. So the user has to enter the first name and then there will be another query, enter the second name. So finally you need to display both. First name, hello, first name, second name, welcome to Python. So let us do this. So these are some simple programs you can practice on your own without any hurdle. So let me close this. We'll put everything in the comment. Okay. So first name, it is a string. Let us say FN, first name. So you are asking the user input enter the first name. What is your first name? Similarly, second name, let us say SN. Input. So name is obviously a string. Enter the second name. Okay. This is done. So now you need to print. So what you need to put? Print. I told you know how to combine multiple strings. So here what you need to print, hello, first name, space, second name, welcome to Python. There will be 4 strings. So hello, I can use plus, right? Then it will be FN, but no, string of the variable FN plus string of second name plus, now you can write welcome to Python. Hope you are able to find this. Okay. So now see the output. So if you want to give a space also you can give. I mean, ideally I'm sharing with you. So enter the first name, give some first name. Give some first name. So give you input. Input you can give. I'm writing the program. I'm also giving the input. It's not fair. Give the input. Yes. Let us say first name. First name could be an initial, right? Let us say Samuel. Okay, and enter the second name. Let us say George. So now you can see. Hello, Samuel George. Welcome to Python. There is no space here. There is no space after hello. First name, no space. And then welcome also no space. So that we need to provide. Okay, you can provide the space if you need, or if you don't want, you can skip that space also. So how to combine multiple strings, you can use like this. Fn is a variable, in fact, right? Fn is a variable. You can combine with another variable saying string of Fn plus string of Sn is also another variable. And finally, you are asked to print the complete statement. Hope you are clear with this. Now let us move to the next program. So what is the next one? So it is write a program to read the address of a user and display the result by breaking in multiple lines. So usually, how will you from the address, asking the flat number, street name, any landmark, right? And then city, state, and finally pin code. So you will see multiple lines. All this information should come one after another. This information should come one after another. So first line will be the flat number or house number. Second line will be the street name or apartment name or house name or building name. Next line will be the landmark, like that. So you need to get this address and to be printed in multiple lines, not in a single line. So how to do this? Any idea? Yes, think and tell me how to print this address in multiple lines. Yes, tell me. Tell me. Yes. Tell me how to print in multiple lines. Yes, tell me. So this is completely in a single string. You want to print this one after another, one after another. How to do this? Tell me, guys. Any idea how to? So the address usually expressed in what? In multiple lines. How to do this? Don't sit idle. You should answer. Yes. How to print something in multiple lines? What are you waiting for? You can ask, you can tell no. Yes. Tell me how to print a group of sentences. This is nothing but a group of sentences in multiple lines. Yes, tell me. Yes, any idea? You should think, right? You should think. Instead of yes. So first, your first line will be some flat number. There will be second line, third line, like that. How to print them? There are multiple ways to print in to do this task, right? Okay, let us practice it. Okay. Let me. This is to combine multiple strings. This is done. Now, so you can use a /n. That is one idea. So first, get the flat number. flat number or house number. It's an integer. You are getting this from the user. Input, enter the house number. Okay. After house number, what we can say? There will be some apartment name or building name, house name. So you can ask house name, or let us say apartment name. Apartment name, it's usually a string. Input. So what is it? Enter the apartment name. If you have house name or building name or apartment name, whatever it may be, some name. So then what will you ask? Street name. Let us say SN. Name, this is also a string. Input, enter street name. Enter the street name. Then what will you have? You may ask the city name. Let us say city. Also, see, this is an address. You can make it as complex as you want. So let me ask the city name. Input, enter the city. City or town, whatever it may be. Enter the city. This is fine. Next, you can ask state. Which state? That is input. Enter the state. So this is just an address. You are getting all the details from the user. And finally, you can ask pin code. Let us say pin number. Pin number is usually integer. So enter. You will ask input. So what is it? Input. Enter the pin code. So this is basic information. So one should expect to get an address. So what are all these things? These are all presented in variables called HN, AN, SN, CN, ST, and PIN. Now how to print all these things? So one way is, we can say like this, print, right? So there are multiple ways to achieve this, in fact. Print. So give some, since all these are codes, right? So you can give, all these are text, nothing but strings. You can give code. Now here you can enter your first variable. So that is a string of, but it is not required, of course. Let us see. Will it work or not? I have a doubt, because it is a variable. It won't work. Let us try this. AN, ASN. I'm sure it will not. CN, ST, and then pin. Okay. If you are entering all these things directly inside this print option, will work. Let us simply check. I'm sure it won't. It will not display what we want. This for sure. Okay, I am in IDLE. Let me share this. So enter house number, say some number 189. Enter apartment name. Let us say some name, street name, some name. Enter city. Okay, pin code, some value I'm giving. Okay, enter the state. So this is already taken. So this will go. See, it is not coming. So rather it should come like this. Okay. So this way you can get, so whatever the content you want, right? Whatever content you want, inside the print function, you can print one after another, one line and then next line, next line. Since these are variables, you cannot print them as you are expecting. Rather, there is one more option called you want to separate all of them, right? You want to separate all of them by since these are all variables, let us say like this. Anyway, this is not working. Let me throw this away. So what we want to print, HN, comma, AN. So these are all variables, right? ASN, CN, state, and then pin, also a variable. I remove this thing. So what I'm going to tell, since these are all variables, I can tell how to separate all these variables. I can use a separate command. That is, you separate them by line space. Or rather, I can say like this. If I say, so let us check. Will it run or will it show any error? Yes, I am able to run this. So hope. So this is what I made. This is the correction I made. See here. So since all these are variables and I want to separate them by a line space. Line space means I want to print each variable in a new line. Each variable in a new line. Okay. So let me share this. Ideally, I'm able to run this. Enter the house number. Okay. Enter the apartment name. Some name. Enter the street name. Mount Road. Enter the city. Chennai. State. I will enter TN. Pin code. So there is an error because we haven't import OS. So that's the problem. We need to import OS into the program first. So what I can do, let us say if I import OS and then rerun this, right? Let me enter some random. City also some random. State also some random. Are you able to see the output now? So this is working here. Yes, see here. Oh, let me run this correctly. So now house number, we will do it correctly. Apartment name, street name, city, state, pin code. Okay, now see this. So 150 Trilok, Mount Road, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and then this is what we are getting. Hope are you able to see this output?
No, sir.
No. See here. See this output.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everything appears in a new line. So what is the correction we made here? We will import OS and then we will tell, and all these variables should start with a new line. They will come from a new line. That is what we want to tell. Right? So make a note of this. This is something new. So any doubt in this? Somebody needs something. Sir, can we use /n to print in? /n will come. There are multiple ways. I told you, no, there are multiple ways. Since you are using